Listen, if you're tired of making the same old every week, I got something for you. Today, we're making shepherd pie. Let's get it. Okay, so look, I'm gonna let the camera go ahead and pan over these ingredients right here. Don't forget the full ingredient list is now printable on my website, smokingandgrillingwithab.com. That's WITAB.com, right? Now listen, you guys can see, look, this is what I did. I made mashed potatoes, right? Peeled, cut, seasoned, added a little bit of liquid to it, you know what I mean? But if you guys want the full recipe, you guys can go to my website again and you guys can get it from there. And if you know how to make your own and those are your favorite, go ahead and go from there, right? So first thing I'm getting ready to do is I'm gonna take my cast iron, I'm gonna go ahead and put some fire underneath that because we gotta have some heat, right? First thing we're gonna do is, folks, we're gonna start browning our, this is 80-20 ground beef. Now, let me go ahead and address this part. This is for like the people overseas and it's like true to being called, it being called shepherd's pie. This is normally made, listen, it's normally made with ground lamb. But this is America, we have to do some type of substitution and ground beef is readily available. Finding ground lamb is like a little bit of a chore. I can get it, but I gotta have it ground. They say it's froze and it's a 3 or 4 day process and blah, blah, blah. So ground beef works just fine. And check this out. If you guys have ever done, listen to this, if you ever had meatloaf in your rotation, you got to love this because this is a breakdown of meatloaf when you think about it. Everything inside there. And that right there is what y'all saw me making in the very beginning. All right, so we got enough heat in this pan, you can see, right? Look at that right there, starting to smoke. That's good enough for me. All right, so if you guys don't have one of these right here, look, this is my little meat masher. And these are especially good for those of you guys that are using those non-stick pans. They got that Teflon in them. You know what I mean? We gotta quit using them though, folks. But if you have those, you can use these in here. They won't let nothing, scrape or nothing like that. It'll protect it, and that way you won't ingest it. Now, I got it like that. That's good. Now I'm finna give this just 2 generous pinches of salt. All right, so I'm just breaking it down. We want it to be small. We don't want no big chunks. You want to treat this like as if this was a chili. Now, okay, earlier I stated that I use 80-20, right? That gives me a little bit of, fat to work with. If you guys pay attention, come here and look in the inside of there. I'm gonna go ahead and take this and I'm gonna move this around. You can see it right here. Now, for those of you guys that usually buy that 90-10, some of y'all even buy that 93-7, or whatever, that means that it's a little bit on the lean side, right? So if you do that, now would be the time to add just a little bit more oil to it. You know what I mean? Any, oil of your choice, right? Now, I'm getting ready to take my onions and we're gonna add those in, right? We're gonna continue cooking that. For me, I cook my beef till I don't see no more pink. And then I start, I always give my onion the head start and I move this around. So now I'm gonna take my celery, add that, see that? And then we're gonna come with, now look,